is how to use arbitrary functions, arguments in a function. What it means is that if you do not know how many arguments there will be passed into your function, you can add a static to it, and then you can pass as many parameters as you want. But before we do that, I'm going to define one function called my function, and I'm going to show you how normally we do pass the parameters. And those parameters are, for example, I say the kid 0, kid 1, kid 2, okay, and then kid 2 is enough, 3 is enough, right? And then in that function I'm going to pass these, I'm going to print these kids names as print, okay, kids names as kid 0. I can do that, right? Kid 1, I'm going to space, okay, and then kid 2, and then I can call in that function my function, now my function fun c fun function like this, fun ctun function, and I'm going to pass these parameter. First kid name is Ali, second is, I can't call you kids, I have to pick up the name, those are not there. Nile kid, Nile, that's how you spell Nile. Binder wants to be kid as well, so I don't have a problem with that. Okay, so when you pass this, then it's gonna get it printed. Oh, you're gonna do this, you're gonna call my function and invalid syntax. Oh, you need to define it function, sorry, my bad. You use it like this, you put a def, then you define a function, okay. So Ali Nile and Banda, that's how it is printed, right? Now, what about I pass another parameter here? This time it will be what? Huh?
Age.
Age. But we'll call it what we'll call it? The fourth kid? Well, give me a name. Tamim. Yeah. So we have now 4 kids there. So we get an error. Why? Because we have defined only 3. And what we need to do is we need to define kid 3. Then we can do that. But there's another way to handle this. And that is that and this way you can have kid 3 also printed there, okay, like this, okay. Now we have Ali, Nile, Binder and Tamim, but if we want to have more or less, then we have a problem. So why not we do one thing? We define arbitrary functions, arguments. How? By putting a static to it, static, and we call it kids, okay. And then if you want to print the first one, you put here 0, okay. Second one, kids, it will be kids 0, okay. The second one will be kids 1, because that's how you can access it. And that's basically a tuple, right? A tuple of kids, okay. And then kids, this one, right? And now if I run this one, I will have no issue, because, and I can include more as well without defining how many parameters. I want to put myself as a kid as well, because I once was, and I still love to be, but I think the time is gone. So that would be kids, what, 4? Matasar? See, we didn't change the parameter, we just put a static sign, which is multiplication sign in it, and this does this. Now this is how you do it with tuple, right?
With what?
tuple. This becomes a tuple, isn't it? This 0, because that's how you can access tuple as well. 0, 1, 2, 3, because tuple and list are indexed, right? Do you know the difference between the tuple and index? Yeah, good. So now this is but there is something else as well, right? There is another arbitrary keyword argument that allows you to pass the dictionary to the thing. So if you put double steric here, not a single, okay, then you can pass on the whole dictionary. That would be first, good, like this, right? That's sorry, you would be doing this. You're going to call it first, kid. You're going to call it second, kid. Yeah, you're going to call it third, kid. And then you can call it fourth, kid, because that becomes now dictionary. But you need to put a double steric sign on there. And fifth, kid, right? And then when you're going to access it, what you have to do is you have to put here first. Here I put third. Let's say I put third, not second, all right? Here I put fifth. Okay, here I put fourth, and here I put second. Tell me in which order that will be printed. First, I'm passing in our dictionary as a parameter. So first is this one, then third, which is this one, then fifth, which is this one. So you will say Ali, Banda,
in the same order. You put it
Madassar, and then it'll say Tamim, and then finally it'll say Nile. Okay, let's run this. Ali, Banda, Madassar, Tamim, and Nile. You see, so this allows you to change the number of arguments, and this especially double asterisk sign parameter in a function you put when you can pass dictionary arguments, and they can be accessed accordingly. So you don't need to actually define how many number of parameter you want to put. Another thing you can do in function, and I want to show you another thing, is that you can also do here. Let's say you want to say country, right? Country, and you can say name. You can put a default value. You can put a default value to a function, okay? And then you can just print it. I say print, and I say I am from, okay, like this. Content, you say plus country, okay? Now you say I'm from Norway, right? So I just, when I call this function, if I assign a default value to it, and that can be overridden. If I call it here Saudi Arabia, if I say Saudi Arabia, it will replace Norway with Saudi Arabia. I'm from Saudi Arabia. So if I do this, see, I'm from Saudi Arabia. I mean, obviously you need a space there, right? Here, I'm from Saudi Arabia. But if I call a function without passing any value to it, like this, what it'll do? It will take the default value. See what happened there? I called the function, I didn't pass any value to it. It took the default value. Got it? So you can define the default value. I can define age as well, let's say, and I can define default age 18, okay. And I can say default age, okay. Now I have 2, and I can say, and my age is, and I am, okay. This way you say age, okay. Now if I don't pass any value to this function, it will take both Norway and age, but I can say I am from London, okay, my country is UK, not London. Okay, I call it UK. Okay. Yeah, and then I say I am 44-year-old. Okay, now pass the age 44 and country is UK. So now it will override this one. I'm UK. I'm from UK and my age is 44. Now if I want to keep it as an integer, I do this and I'll get an error. You know why? Because no error. Okay, because it can replace it as an integer as well. I can do this one as well. Oh, now I got an error. Okay. Okay, what is the error? Can only concatenation error, because you can't concatenate. This error, if you're not concatenating, it will not give you an error. Okay, I mean you can print age as a separate, right? Like this, print age. It will not give you any error, because you got an error because you are concatenating it. You see, it's not giving you any error. See, when the age is 44. But if you want to concatenate it like this, it has to be a string, right? Like this, and that's why it needs to go like this. Then you will not get an error because you want to concatenate. So, and I don't need this one now. Okay, so this is how you define and use function. Thank you for watching.